Welcome back to the City of Belfast playing fields as the NIBFA's National League continues. On this week's programme we feature the game between St Oliver Plunkett and Dungannon United Youth. First up though, it's the match between Linfield and Turin. They're hoping to avenge the 2-0 defeat to the Glens at the end of last season. Turin meanwhile lost for the first time in the league in midweek to Dungannon United Youth. They'll be keen to get back to winning ways. Let's see how both teams get on this afternoon. City of Belfast playing fields at Mollusk for the first meeting of the season between Turin and Linfield in the under-13A section of the NIBFA's National League. Team selections for Turin: Jimmy Marlin is still injured and won't feature. Player of the Year Sean Gallagher has been ill in midweek and thus is only on the bench. Lewis McGarvey captains the side. Linfield, meanwhile, have hit 11 goals in their opening 3 league games. Leo Bryan partners last season's top scorer Conor Farrelly up front. Farrelly, incidentally, has already hit the net 4 times this campaign. So, Linfield thus far, they've played 3. They've won 2 of those. They have lost though to Cliftonville. They have scored quite heavily thus far, and Turin are going to have to be on their guard here today. Here is Conor Farrelly, who scored 4 goals in his last 3 games. Farrelly with the first chance of the afternoon, and that's great incisive play. Just skewed the shot in the end, Conor. Farrelly trying to link up with Leo Bryan, and well, Linfield on the counter. Definitely look dangerous, Conor.
Yeah, they do. There seems to be lots of space in midfield. Like now, how much time he has to get his head up and pick a pass there, albeit maybe it wasn't the best pass that time. By young Linfield midfielder,
yeah,
but
Kai Gemmell there just caught out in possession.
But
cross from the left-hand side, and may run here for Turin, and there's the first goal of the game for Matthew Strain after 8 minutes. The goalkeeper, Kieran McAtamney, could only parry the initial shot. And Turin just struggling to clear the danger once again. Ball will run to Porrig Robinson. Decent effort. Yeah. Left-footed, on target from Robinson. Another with the Liverpool Academy, straight into the arms of a grateful Paul McLaughlin. That came in from the left flank from Ben Cushney, but surely that's a foul. That was a strong challenge coming in on Niall Grimley, signed in the summer from Hollywood Boys. He does love a tackle. I'm told he's pretty much in the mould of the one-time Turin striker, Glen Little.
Yes, I've heard the comparisons. Yes, he's certainly expecting to be a tall fella. I know his brother, and he must be about 6'6". So there's good
free
good
kick
genes
coming
there.
in. Sorry, Conor. And is that the second goal? Well, it should have been the second goal, and I think it was Ben Cushney coming in on the far side. Here's Linfield on the attack again, but decent covering this time. But yeah, Conor, you were saying.
Ben's a quality player, and just hope that doesn't weigh on his mind. You know, you miss chances. Well, he usually plays up front, to be honest with you, the games I've seen. But he's obviously there for a reason today, playing wide. But
here's Kai Gemmell. Gemmell with the effort from some 20 yards, and well, the goalkeeper Paul McLaughlin had to watch that, and he did. He kept his eyes focused on the ball. Looks as if it'll be swung in left-footed. Man over at the back post for Turin here, and the shot came in, and what a fine save that is by the Linfield number 1, Kieran McAtamney. Well, again, Linfield finding plenty of room in the centre of the midfield area. Here is Cricky, young Christopher Conn. Conn with the ball out to Leo Bryan, back to Christopher Conn. Conn with the shot, and that again is an easy take for Paul McLaughlin.
Yeah, going back to young Christopher Conn there, it shows good game intelligence there. He's picking the ball up in the middle of midfield, you know, trying to get on it, and too many young wingers just play up and down, whereas sometimes the space is in.
Cross in on top of the keeper. It may well fall for Turin here yet again, and that's a fine clearance off the line. It was Josh McAteer who thought he had scored, and getting back it was young Jack Rainey. Here comes a corner kick from Grimley, in on top of the goalkeeper. He does just about enough first time. Well, what a shot that is! And Jake Kennedy, playing against his former side, makes it 2-0 to Glentoran. The goalkeeper could only parry young Kieran McAtamney. Not culpable in any way, but when the ball fell, it sat tantalisingly for young Jake Kennedy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a classical debate here on formations. You know, you've got one team playing 4-2-3-1 and the other playing 4-4-2, basically. And you would. Oh,
here's Kushney.
Good defending.
Kushney just dispossessed, but grimly with the effort.
Oh, good
just
strike.
flashes another shot just over the top, and Glentoran, well, they maintain the to play on the counter attack here. When it becomes into the adult game, once you've made your change, obviously you have to stick with it.
Yeah.
At this age group, if things aren't working out, change it up, maybe change it back. Here's O'Brien to Con, and Christopher Con's shot was, well, it was tame in the end, but it would have nestled in the corner had the Glentoran Academy goalkeeper Paul McLaughlin not have got there.
Said earlier there about the Linfield keeper playing it out, so it's good that both keepers have shown a bit of game understanding and, you know, knowing the importance of keeping possession.
Warnock headed on by Ben Kushney, and it was Josh McAteer with the goal-bound header, which fortunately for the Blues was straight into the hands of Kieran McAtamney from Glen McCulloch. McCulloch, though, diminutive in stature but does well. Here's Gemmell. Lovely pass from Gemmell. Shot from Con, and that clips the outside of the post, and that's the closest that Linfield have come in this first half an hour. Thinking about what to do next. What's your next port of call here?
It's a hard one for him. Oh, we're on the break here.
Here is Farrelly. Farrelly tries to get his way into the 18-yard box. Farrelly! Well, that was an absolutely fine run from Farrelly, known as the Joker in the pack, taking on the Glentoran captain Lewis McGarvey. He outstripped him for pace, he got the shot away, but unfortunately for the Blues it was off target. What can O'Brien do here? O'Brien tries to chip the ball through towards Christopher Con. I think Con has pushed up slightly more in the last few attacks here. Linfield realised that they need to do something. Kai Gemmell spreads the ball out with his less preferred right foot to Farrelly. Farrelly thunderous shot, but Glentoran's goalkeeper Paul McLaughlin. This Glentoran Academy side, in fact, they won the Foyle Cup by beating Dungannon United Youth, and last season Irish Cup winners and All-Ireland champions as well, so I don't think they've had quite the team that they've had up until recently. But here is Linfield, chance for Linfield to hit one back, and Patrick Burns had the perfect opportunity there to get a goal back for the Blues, who trail here by the Linfield defender there. Christian Irvine came in to make the tackle. Warnock flicked on by O'Brien. And how close was that? Effort coming in, just breezed narrowly wide of the post, and the goalkeeper was worried there. Well, it certainly got a lot more professional in the youth game these days, and what a fine effort that is as well. Destined for the top corner, but for that intervention by Kieran McAtamney. And young Barry Bagley returns to the action, but there is the full-time whistle. And the 3 points between Belfast Big 2, the first meeting between the sides in the under-13A section, go to Glentoran. The goals came after 8 minutes. The first from Matthew Strain, who finished off a move created by Ben Kushney, and then the second goal of the afternoon coming courtesy of Jake Kennedy's 20-yard strike after 20 minutes. The Glens went in with a 2-0 lead at the break, and that's exactly how it finished here at the City of Belfast playing fields at Mollusk. Glentoran 2, Linfield 0. Afterwards, Michael Whitley spoke with both managers Stephen Lowry of Glentoran and Linfield boss Jordan Reid.
Yeah, well, I think boys are all very disappointed. The first half we didn't really get the grips and pick up from set pieces, and was switched off a little bit, which is disappointing. Second half was a much better. I think the boys tried to play a bit more and get a wee bit more help with Connor. I think first half we talked about not getting him isolated, and I think the first half he was a little bit isolated, and we were trying to force the play a wee bit through to him too much. Second half, we tried to play a wee bit more and use the likes of Paddy Burns and little Cricky Con, but it just wasn't a beat.
It must seem a bit like deja vu this time at the end of last season. You played Linfield and you ended up with the same result. You must be well pleased.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're always worried about, getting the same result 2 times in a row, you know. So I was worried that Linfield would be looking revenge today over us, and so we had to sort of think tactically. Me and my assistant there have been thinking all week over the starting lineup, and you know, we decided in the end that Linfield have some very good attacking players, but instead of trying to defend that, we just decided to go for it ourselves, because we know that we've got the same going for it ourselves. So we went for it, and thankfully we got 2-0 up early on, and then I was able to maybe bolster it a wee bit, bringing a few of the stronger lads on the midfield to see it through, you know. So happy enough with the outcome.
Let's take a look at the results from last week's NIBFA National League matches, starting with the Under-12A section. Ballina Youth 4, Ballymoney United 1. Derry Colts 2, Limavady Youth 3. Enniskillen Rangers 1, Dungannon United Youth 5. Oxford United 4, Sion Swifts 3, and Maiden City 3, Macrofelt Sky Blues 6. In the Under-12B category, it finished Glendowen 0, Cliftonville 3, Linfield 4, Carnini Youth 1. Portadown Youth 0, Loughgall Youth 3, St Oliver Plunkett 1, Crusaders 1, and Ridgeway Rovers 2, Glentoran Academy 6. In the Under-13A section, Dungannon United Youth 3, Glentoran Academy 1, Crusaders 1, Birdie Peacock Youth 2, Derry Colts 3, Cliftonville 2, Glentoran Academy 2, Linfield 0, Portadown Youth 0, Ridgeway Rovers 2, Macrofelt Sky Blues 2, Foyle Harps 1, and St Oliver Plunkett Youth 1, Dungannon United Youth 0. Moving to the Under-13B section, Carnini Youth 0, Larne Youth 4, Ballina United Youth 5, Limavady Youth 2, Cookstown 2, Warrenpoint Town 3, Oxford United 5, Glendowen 1, and Sion Swifts 0, Maiden City 4. Table-topping Dungannon United Youth, who defeated Glentoran in the Under-13A section in midweek, met St Oliver Plunkett on Friday night, knowing 3 points would edge them clear of the Glens at the summit. Here's the best of the action from that game, played at Seaview. Following Plunkett's fine 1-0 victory, Michael Whitley caught up with Dungannon coach Terry McCrory. First up though, he spoke with winning manager Eamon McLaughlin of St Oliver Plunkett.
Quite sure you must be very, very happy with the outcome of this evening's performance.
Yeah, very much so. We spoke last time after the game about picking the lads up. We never have any problems picking our lads up. They've great belief in themselves, and they showed that there tonight. We had loads of time to prepare them. We had a full week here, and we showed there what we're capable of out on the pitch tonight there.
And I'm quite sure that must augur very well for the boys, their confidence and their motivation for the next few matches coming up.
Oh yes, big time, because like I said last week, every match is a big match in this league, and our lads are well up for it, so they are well up for it.
Disappointed, of course. I think it's all down to consistency. We obviously had a great win against a very, very good Glen side during the week, and we put in a disappointing performance tonight, but it's a learning curve for the boys, and they're going to have to realise that once you beat Turin, that the next team is going to be up for it, and they've learned a harsh lesson tonight.
Let's take a look at the classifieds from the under 14 and under 15 age groups then, starting with the under 14A category. Glenavon 3, Carnina Youth 2, Crusaders 5, Ballymena United 2, Derry Colts 1, Dungannon United Youth 2, Turin Academy 2, Ballinamallard Youth 2, Linfield 1, St Oliver Plunkett 0, Ridgeway Rovers 6, Science Swifts 2. In the under 14B section, Ballymere 4, Portadown Youth 0, Coleraine Academy 0, Cliftonville 4, Limavady Youth 4, Culmore 4, Macrofelt Sky Blues 4, Institute 0, and Warrenpoint Town 0, Maiden City 3. Moving to the under 15A section, Glentoran Academy 1, Glendowen 4, Birdie Peacock Youth 2, Oxford United 0, Dungannon United Youth 1, Crusaders 1, Glentoran Academy 4, Ballinamallard Youth 1, Oxford United 0, Linfield 4, and Birdie Peacock Youth 1, Glendowen 1. In the under 15B section, it finished Warrenpoint Town 0, Portadown Youth 4, Ballymere 1, Derry Colts 4, Bangor Football Club 4, Cookstown Youth 3, Coleraine Academy 5, Institute 3, and Glenavon 0, Carnina Youth 2. The under 12 age group features prominently in this week's show. Highlights from 3 matches on the way, starting with Linfield's clash with Carnina Youth.
Overlap it. Show. Just cover in the back. Just cover in the back.
What the fuck are you doing? Are you kidding?
Hard luck, Nick! Nick! Hard luck, Nick!
So you're dead? Oh, jeez.
Keep them away! John!
Over the top! Oh, well done. Go on. Well done! Come on, Don! So you're dead! Oh! Go on, Mijo!
Watch your right back there, Ben, watch over your shoulder!
Well done, shot! Carry it on, Paul! Carry it on! Stop, hard, step off! Cross that in! Oh, ball, ref!
1 each, a good reflection of the game.
From our point of view, I would say that, well, both teams battled hard. It was a good, good scrapping game. Both teams looking for the try to get something, some much needed points.
It was a good open game, and two sets of kids played with a wee bit of freedom and spirit. They weren't afraid to. It was all out attack, end to end most of the game. So good encouraging game. Obviously, Crusaders are well coached, and the kids all try to get the ball down, play football. So from our point of view, it's good you go out to play a game like that, and the two teams are sort of on a par. So it gives our kids encouragement.
Stay tuned for the best of the action from Ridgeway Rovers' match with Glen Turin under 12s. First up though, let's take a look at the classifieds from the under 16 and under 17 age groups. Under 16A section, Limavady Youth 1, Linfield 3, Cliftonville 1, Trojans 0, Institute 0, Dungannon United Youth 2 and Portadown Youth 0, TriStar Boys 0. In the under 16B section, Ballymena Academy 5, Cookstown Youth 1, Ballymoney United 0, Glentoran Academy 4, Carnina Youth 4, Glendowan 2, Sion Swifts 0, Macrofelt Sky Blues 3 and Warrenpoint Town 2, Loughgall Youth 3. Moving to the under 17 section, Coleraine Academy 1, Maiden City 5, Cookstown Youth 2, Foyle Harps 2, Crusaders 3, Wakehurst Football Club 1, Limavady Youth 0, Cliftonville 3, Linfield 3, Ballymena United 0 and St Oliver Plunkett 0, Glentoran Academy 4.
Let off! Let off, Billy! Matty, call him! Go ahead, Rory! That's a ball, boy. Yes! Corey! Alright! Let's all do that. Corey! 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 In!
Ref! Ref! Ref!
Ian, is this your home game, no?
Yes!
Hey, well done, wee man. Back out. Corey.
Done all right.
Unlucky.
Great match, good performance from both teams, happy enough for the result. A great win against our old rivals Ridgeway, so always great to get a good result against them.
First half very, very tight. We were slightly disappointed going at half time, 2-1 down. Had a couple of good clear cut chances, didn't take them. Second half I thought we'd come out and for 15 minutes we played very well. At 2-1 it was always going to be whoever got the third goal was always going to be the winner, I thought. We didn't get the third goal. Fair play to Glen, they did play very well. Very hungry, very aggressive, and good team.
Let's see how all last week's results have affected the current National League standings in each of the age categories as we take a look at the league tables. Epic's first National League Goal of the Month competition is just around the corner, We'll be selecting 12 of the best goals from the month of September. Then it's over to you to pick your favourite via our online poll. Details will be posted this week on the Epic Sports Solution NI's website, as well as on Facebook and on Twitter.